As more and more records are digitized, genealogy research has never been easier, and St. Louis Public Library is proud to offer access to Ancestry.com for all of its cardholders. To get started, go to our website, slpl.org, and click on Digital Content. Ancestry.com is listed under Genealogy. You can also access it under A to Z Resources. And then click on the link that says Ancestry.com. Now you do have to have your library card number and PIN number handy in order to access the site. Once you have that entered, click Login. And this will take you to the homepage for the library's edition of Ancestry.com. Up at the top, you have the menu for the website, a link back to Home, Search, Message Boards, Learning Center, Charts and Forms, and New Collections. I will go over each of those options, but let's go ahead and get started with a search. You can either click on Search from the menu and pick all categories or a particular category of records if you'd like to narrow it down. You can also just click on the link that says Begin Searching. The basic search for Ancestry.com includes first and middle name, last name, place your ancestor may have lived, and their birth year. For the example today, I'm going to use my grandfather, Emil Zoller. By default, Ancestry will pull up results with spellings and phonetics very similar to what I put in. If I wanted to narrow down my results, I could click the boxes that say exact. This will pull up only results with the exact same spelling as what I have put in. If you click the box, it also gives you some additional options like sounds like, similar, and initials. And then under last name, sounds like, similar, and soundex. And if you want to know more about these settings and how it affects your results, just click on About These Settings. But I'm going to go ahead and leave those unchecked. Ancestry will auto-complete the location as you type it in. One thing to note for local research, the Saint in St. Louis is spelled out. And also, St. Louis, Missouri refers specifically to St. Louis City, whereas St. Louis County refers to the county. So make sure that you select the correct location. If I wanted to put in more information that would help narrow down my results, I can click Show More Options. This allows me to put in additional information that I might know, such as birth, marriage, death, lived in, or any other event. And they have additional options for arrival and departure for immigration, as well as military service. You can also add family members if you know them. You can specify keywords such as an occupation or a street address. You can narrow it down according to gender or race and nationality. And you can also specify what types of records you're looking for, whether it's historical records, stories and publications, family trees, or photos and maps. But I'm going to go ahead and do a basic search. So these are all the results for Emil Zoller living in St. Louis, Missouri. Over on the left-hand side, I do have some search filters. I can control using these sliders here how broad or exact I want my name search to be, as well as location. I can specify a particular collection, either by country or ethnicity, or I can narrow it down by category. So for example, if I was looking specifically for birth, marriage, and death records, I click on that link and it updates the results. Going back to all results, the first option listed is a World War II draft card, and I do happen to know already that this is for my grandfather. Hovering my cursor over the link gives me a pop-up of some basic information from this record so I can make sure I'm looking at the right person. By clicking on the link, I am taken directly to the result. If it's a document that has been digitized and uploaded to Ancestry.com, over here on the left will be the option to view the actual document. If I wanted to save this document, I can go to the right-hand corner and click Save. Selecting Send Image Home will give me the option to put in my email, and it will send me the image there. I can also select Save to this computer, and it will allow me to download the image. Going back to the result, clicking Send Document also gives you the option to send it to yourself via email. And clicking Printer Friendly will pull up in a new tab or window a more printer-friendly version of this particular entry. Towards the bottom on the right-hand side, there is a very useful section called Suggested Records. These are links to other results that Ancestry has determined is related to the same person as who is listed in this particular result. So this is a great way to find more information on a particular ancestor or family member. So let's go ahead and click on the result for the 1930s federal census. Another great feature of Ancestry.com is that for many records that are pulled, you can also access other information about people listed in the record. So for example, this right here is my grandfather at the age of 23. At the time, he was living with my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother. So if I wanted to go to my great-grandmother's information, I can click on her name, and it pulls up the information on her from that same document. Going back to the main search, over on the right are links to particular collections, and you can also explore by location. So in the United States, various collections are organized according to state, and I can either click on Missouri in the map or click on it here in the links. And this will pull up specific collections related to the state of Missouri. By going through special collections, I can also search particular databases. So if I wanted to search strictly for birth, baptism, and christening records, I can enter my search information here instead of on the main search page. Now let's take a look at the other features Ancestry has to offer. Message boards are particularly useful if you want to get in touch with other researchers. You can either search message boards for a particular name or keyword. You can find a board about a specific topic. They have boards dedicated to particular surnames or last names. And they have the boards organized according to locality and topics. The Learning Center is particularly useful if you're just getting started with genealogy and family history research. They have sections for getting started as well as beyond the basics, and various articles on different types of collections research, such as census, immigration, military, and ethnic. Under charts and forms, there are various documents that you can use in your research to help organize the information you find, such as an ancestral chart, a correspondence record to keep track with people you've spoken to and the information you've gathered, and a source summary. And finally, new collections has a list of all collections available on Ancestry.com, organized according to the date it was last updated. And that concludes our video for Ancestry.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at help@slpl.org. Thanks for joining me and have a wonderful day.